Hi friends, welcome to the Plain Fun RC channel. My name is Saul and I'm having a ball here at Nall in the fall. Day 6. We're going to see lots of planes doing a big mix of tricks. But we want to walk around, we want to see our vendors. One of the vendors that captured my eye here were the folks here at SMC Racing. Folks, if you're not familiar with them, you really want to get familiar with them. I'll tell you why. We as modelers, we love our electrics, but the one thing we don't like is the fact that our time is so limited in what we fly. And our light bulbs provide a lot of power, but they are the ones that are bringing the LIHVs to market. And folks, that's lithium high voltage. We've got two gentlemen here. Sir, tell us what your name is.
Hey, my name is Marshall.
And you have your partner here?
Mike.
Mike, Marshall and Mike. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet
Marshall,
you,
we were chatting about this. First, tell us at the folks at home, someone doesn't know anything about LIHV. Break it down to me simply. What is LIHV?
So LIHV is a line of batteries that the factory came out with. Basically, you're charging to 4.35 volts per cell instead of 4.20. The first line of HV cells from SMC came out in 2023, and pilots were experiencing more power the entire flight and adding up to 2 minutes of flight time on a prop-driven aircraft, probably about a minute on an EDF powered airframe.
And that's largely because they have more milliamps in them as well.
Basically, yes, sir. Yes, sir. All of the LIHV cells that SMC sells, and packs that SMC sells, are dual voltage. You have, I'll wait till you get over
No, keep going, my friend.
Basically, on your label, you have dual 2 milliamps, and 1 milliamp is your 420. So if this battery's charged to 420, you have 4,200 milliamps. You're going to get about 15% more if you're charged to 435, and that's a 4,900. And you're going to find that this 4,900 capacity battery is probably the weight comparable to a competitor's 4,000 milliamp pack.
And let me interrupt you right there. Folks, let me explain what he's talking about here. So our regular LiPo chargers that we had for many years, many of them were not set up for LIHV, but the new ones that are coming out now are set up for LIHV. Hold on, let's close it up just one sec. If you have look at your manufacturer, make sure it's set up for LIHV batteries. And what he's talking about here is the LIHV chargers will detect this and they will charge the battery so it's able to reach the full 4,900 milliamps. So while you can use your standard LiPo, it's only going to take you to 42, but if you're using the LIHV, it's going to take you all the way to 49. Am I correct in stating that?
That's correct, sir.
And a lot of the chargers, you can update them to accept LIHV as an option because some of the older ones didn't have it. So you can actually go to the manufacturer, do an update. I think iCharger, I know Spectrum does because you've
Spectrum.
updated it.
Spectrum does,
so
yeah.
You do have the option with older ones, but not all.
Right, exactly.
ISDT, Toolkit RC, those are some of the others.
Now, we were talking about prices, too, but break it down. I know there's so many things you could tell me about it, but the folks at home at the end of the day, great, you got LIHV. Am I going to pay more for it? Tell me about that. Let's start down here. The popular one, the 3S, 2200. What would they pay for something like that?
That's a $14 battery.
$14.
That's a 3S 2200.
Right there, 3S 2200, always the most popular. And then the 4S, let's say it's a 4S 2200. What would they pay for something like that?
We're at $18 at show price.
$18, folks. $18 right there, exactly. And so the prices here are just phenomenal, absolutely phenomenal. What do you have there? So is that the 4S right there?
This is a 3S 24/2800. This is the old label.
HV1.
This label has superseded it.
I see. So now this one
HV1
has even more milliamps than the original pack and everything. Go ahead, sir. You were getting ready to tell me something.
That's all right. This is your HV1 lineup, and this is your HV2 lineup.
So the HV2 is now more milliamps and therefore more flying time.
Correct.
Now, we were chatting about this earlier. You know, when you're going and you're flying, you have more power. What you're also doing, not only are you enjoying yourself and you're having fun, but subconsciously, you're actually throttling back more, so you get even more flight time. So you've already got the additional flight time from what the pack provides.
Yes.
But if you're throttling back, you're getting even more time as well.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
And is there anything special they need to do? Do they need to swap out their ESCs?
We have not had any problems running high voltage batteries in planes that were not intended for high voltage. I've heard of maybe one or two cases. I think when we were at CEF in 2023, we had maybe one gentleman, I can't remember the model, name, or type, but in my experience, I've used E-Flight. Of course, we run Castles in our high performance planes, some hobby wings, Skywalkers. I mean, a lot of the flex planes, the E-Flight planes, no problems with ESCs running high voltage batteries.
But I would say that people have to be cognizant and mindful of their telemetry, voltage, running timers. You don't always fly the same. You don't want to run the packs down too low. So there's a little bit maintenance involved with not just our batteries, but everybody else's as well. So people have to be mindful of that.
So if your radio has telemetry, it's a good idea. Set up low voltage telemetry on your radio. And most planes nowadays are including telemetry in there. Now,
majority of them
majority of them
And
are.
If you're here at the event, come by and see us, and we'll
Okay.
set it up for
Yep.
you.
We over here. I set up a little the table here demonstration. Someone that doesn't know about telemetry. Basically, I had an older transmitter I used to use, just an NX6. So you don't have to have your IX line of transmitters. You can have, your beginner line NX6 transmitter, and they have fully voltage if you're a Spectrum guy. And even if you don't run their ESC and their batteries, you can use, if you have a telemetry port. We simply are going to start looking at possibly making these in the future. You basically have the 2-wire port, and you plug that in your XH lead, and you're going to have telemetry.
So that would go into the balance lead is what you have there on your hand.
Yep, and you don't need if you have a plane that doesn't have an Avian and you're not running a smart battery, you're running one of our batteries or maybe another manufacturer battery.
Right.
Any manufacturer battery, you have a Spectrum transmitter and Spectrum receiver, you're going to have voltage telemetry. And your goal and our goal is to always, we like to land when we hear our transmitter go off at 3.6 under load. 3.6 volts per cell under load.
That means it's time to land.
Time to land.
Yeah, absolutely.
Now, real quick, let me jump back to the batteries for 1 second. Those are important things you're talking about because we need to know about those things.
Yes.
But I want to jump back to one more thing. We talked about the popular battery, the 3S, the 4S. 6S also very popular because so many of the jets are flying on 6S. So I want to get a 6S 5000. What is the price right now for something like that for an LIHV 6S? Or what is the price right now in general? Let's just talk about that.
That's fine.
Yeah, we have non-HV and then we have HV. So this is 8,000 milliamps HV. Right now the show price is $80.
Oh, wow.
And then this one is
So 6S 5000, non-HV, $55.
$55. Geez whiz. Either way, those are really good prices, especially right now with things being what they are.
absolutely.
Gentlemen, let me just let the folks know real quick. Folks, if you're interested, you can see the website here. I'll have a link in the description. smc-racing.com. That's smc-racing.com. Folks, I want to say one quick thing, and then we'll wrap. Just one thing. These guys are the future. He's going to tell us one more thing. These guys are the future of electric right here, okay? I want everyone to start moving towards the LIHVs. Get yourself some more fun. Check out these guys. They're here. They're doing their thing. They're helping support our hobby. Let's show them some love. Go ahead, sir. You're getting ready to say
Saul,
something.
thank you so much for coming in
Absolutely.
and giving us this time.
Thank you.
We really, our main intent here for SMC Racing was to not only share the batteries and the great power and provide some good batteries at some great prices, but we also wanted to educate the modelers and helping them be safe in their homes, be safe with their batteries, and not have them puff. I don't care what manufacturer battery you have. Discharge at the end of the day if you didn't get it flown. Put it back at proper storage. Don't leave it fully charged in your car, in your home, not in a proper ammo can. We hear so many things about lipo fires and puffed batteries, and people are just not taking care of their batteries.
Yeah. It's true.
And you just, another thing a lot of people don't know is if you are flying your battery and you're hitting 3.5 volts per cell under load and you keep flying it down to LVC, LVC is your timer.
And low voltage cut off when you talk about LVC.
Correct. Thank you, Saul.
Mm-hmm.
If people are flying and used to flying to LVC, they're getting their batteries hot. Their batteries are puffing. They're making them unstable. They're a danger to their home, unsafe. And the performance drops. Their internal resistance numbers are shooting up.
So your batteries have a lot of those safety features that help prevent a lot. Let's be honest. The responsibility is on the owner. Let's be honest.
Correct.
But you have some safety features that you incorporate in there to help prevent a lot of these things from happening. And that's important. That's
Just
important.
being mindful of it. And
Very
if they
good.
don't know, they can go on the website and look at the battery
Exactly.
checklist, et cetera.
So check out their website, folks. Again, show them some love. And folks, I'm not going to lie to you. The prices are just unbelievable. So go right now, folks. Gentlemen, thank you so very much.
Thank you so much.
All right, friends.
We appreciate it.
More to come.
Thank you.
Folks, continue our coverage of Vendor Row. You saw the wonderful folks from SMC Racing and their amazing LIHV lipos. We're here with National Balsa right now. I've got some great kits of all kinds, lots of Zeroli and Hosteller kits that you can get, and they've got a ton of balsa. So if you're a builder, it's a great place to come to get some wood. Over here we got micro fasteners, and they've got a plethora of glue and engines and all kinds of good stuff. You're good, sir. You stay right there. Good, good. One of the nice things they have here is this tremendously wonderful micro fasteners kit box. It's $3.95, and folks, I've got it. It's the best thing you could ever want. If you're tired of getting little itty bitty screws and paying a fortune, get this. It's worth every single dollar. And then we've got lots of Allen wrenches and screws and all kinds of good stuff. So definitely check them out. Microfasteners.com, correct?
That is correct.
Awesome. Microfasteners.com. All right, folks, let's pop over here and see who else we have. Sullivan Products. Been around for many, 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 many years. They just have a few of their items, not all their items. Some propellers and shirts and some stands. These are airplane stands. Let me back off a little bit. Different shapes and sizes. Really helpful. Really helpful. And if you look very carefully, right here, you can pass a pole through them. So you can have one on one end, one on the other. And they sell some HSD Cessnas. How great is that? And their oil filling control system. And these folks here, they're a little busy on the inside, but it is a rolling hobby shop. Everything you could ever want for anything. The husband and wife team go through and they pack this thing full, and they do a beautiful job of it, from servos to connectors to radios to glue, just everything. If you're here at the field and you need it, they've got it. It's really, really helpful. Folks, let's head over here for a moment. Well, just a couple vendors this year at Nall in the fall. Not too many. Not too many. We have TGK connectors that are here. TGK connectors. We saw them earlier, but just a friendly reminder, they've got tons and tons of connectors, of batteries, of charging buses, all these amazing stuff. You can just see it's just a mountain, an ocean, a valley, if you will, of all kinds of really great stuff that they've got here. Just tons and tons of stuff. Everything.
Basically, it's a couple kids got together, did a crowdsource, and created flight test. It's almost origami for planes. They build them out of cardboard and hot glue. Kids and families come all over.
You can see they've got every single type of battery you could ever want. Even SMC batteries from SMC Racing. Just everything. Really nice. And Spectrum receivers, small servos, everything. ESCs, motors, all kinds of fun stuff here. Tons and tons and tons of fun stuff. Really nice. Really nice. All right, friends, we got a couple more vendors. Let's go take a look. See who else is here.
A lot of them, they call them the giant builds, and so they're sketchy builds. That's what they call them, sketchy builds.
We got food. Can't go to a flying without food. What's a flying without food, huh? We got a coffee shop on wheels, as you can see here. Iced coffee, sausage and eggs, bacon and cheese, all kinds of goodies that she sells, which is just wonderful. And muffins too. How you doing today? All right. And ice cream, front porch churn homemade ice cream. Folks, I'm going to tell you right now, they make some incredible ice cream. Really good. Really good. All right, friends, that's it for Vendor Row. But there's more to come. Folks, continue our coverage of the many vendors that are here. We've got So Busy, which always has some wonderful shirts and things of that nature. Hey, my friend, how you doing today? Great to see you. Great to see you. And then we've got Flex Innovations over there in the distance. Let's head on over there and see what fun things they brought with them. They always bring a ton of kits for sale.
For about 3 flights or so.
I think 3 to 4, probably safely. Yeah.
And tons of airplanes with them as well. Wonderful stuff that they have here. The newest one is the Aviator. You can see it there in the distance right over there. Let me zoom in just a little bit. That's it. We caught it here earlier on the channel. One of the gentlemen down the electric line had it. So you'll be able to go ahead and see the flight there. All right, friends, that's it for the vendors. But there's always more to come.